Hi, I'm Kelly Lees, Education Officer Honeybees for the New South Wales DPI, and we're here at Tocal in Patterson. There are lots of ways to make money from beekeeping. Honey is the most common one, but there are also pollination services and other products such as beeswax, propolis, venom and royal jelly. So if you want to get into beekeeping as a business and you want to sell honey, one of the first places to start is to actually register a business name and get an ABN or an ACN through AHBIC. You then need to set up a food-safe packaging facility to sell your honey. Now, in order to do that, you need to check with your relevant state food authority. You also might need to check with your local council regarding their rules around setting up a business in your area. So if you want to become a honey producer, there's a couple of tracks you can go down. You can sell in bulk to packers. So this is what most large commercial beekeepers do. They sell honey in bulk in large containers to packers. They get a wholesale price for that honey. Obviously that price is less than if you're going to sell retail. So if you want to sell retail honey, you obviously then have to be spending time jarring that honey, and you have to meet some labelling law requirements. So in Australian law, it has to have the name of the product. So it actually has to say honey on the jar. You have to have what's called a nutritional information panel, so a NIP, and that basically details the constituents in the honey, so the sugars and other contents. You also have to have a batch number. So unlike other products, honey doesn't have to have a best before or a use by date. It doesn't actually go off, but you do have to have a batch number, and that batch number enables you to recall that honey if there is a problem. So one of the other things that you can do is you can sell bees. Now when you're first starting out, you shouldn't sell bees. You need to have some experience. Now there's a few different ways you can sell bees. You can sell them in what's known as a nuke or a nucleus colony. Now this consists of 4 to 5 frames of bees with a newly mated queen. It's essentially a starter colony. You can also sell full colonies, so these are full production colonies, and they can be sold with or without supers, which is the boxes that go on top where we put the honey. Some producers also sell queens, so they particularly breed and mate queens for sale to commercial beekeepers, recreational beekeepers, and for the overseas export market. Another way that beekeepers can make money is through pollination contracts. Large commercial producers will take colonies down to different orchards. In particular, almonds is a very big one in Australia now, and you can get paid around $150 per hive and upwards for the duration of that contract. Around 35 crops in Australia currently are actively pollinated by honeybees, and they include things like almonds, blueberries, citrus, apples. Pollination is a big part of a lot of beekeepers' income now. The most important thing to consider when you're starting out as a beekeeper is don't grow too quickly. Don't get too many hives too fast beyond your capacity to manage those hives well. A smaller number of hives managed well will produce more honey than a larger number of hives produced poorly. The first question someone should ask you is how much honey you produce, not how many hives you have. If you're just starting out in beekeeping, the most important thing is to seek out some training, and for more information, visit the AHBIC website.